So ready to go. We
Let's
are celebrating 30 years with Parkinson's Resource Organization. So we're so excited to be here on the red carpet.
That's right.
And David, I think we have our first guest.
We have our first guest, and this is going to be our interview mic with our red carpet guest this evening. So let's introduce our first guest.
Yes, we're so excited to bring CEO and founder of Parkinson's Resource Organization, Joe Rosen.
Yes.
Joe, join us on the red carpet.
Yes, here she is. She'll be in the middle of us.
Welcome. Yes.
Very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us here on the red.
Between these thorns, or is it a thorn between these roses? It doesn't matter. It's all good.
How do you feel just so far of just the event, this year, everything? What's going through your mind right now?
Well, I think that what we've done is we just culminated 31 years of passion and mission put together, and all for the better good of the world.
Sure.
And in our particular instance, is the better good of the people with Parkinson's and their world.
I love it. And also, too, what are you just expecting just tonight? I mean, what do the goals, the achievement? What's the vision for tonight of what you guys are trying to achieve?
Well, before I say what the vision is, I want to say thank you to everyone who is going to be here tonight and everyone who's out in the audience listening to us, because without them, we couldn't do anything.
Yes.
But the vision is to make money, because what this is a fundraising event, and we want to make sufficient money to keep our growth well-oiled, if you will. Our growth is exponential at this point. I mean, since COVID, we have just grown truly exponentially. A year and a half ago, we had 2 people in our office. Today we have 8. And
Wow.
So we're looking for money, a lot of money. And we're also looking for a good deal of good time.
Yes.
This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be energetic. This is supposed to be about mission, about passion, and about making this, what would really be nice?
What?
Making this whole thing go away.
Right? Amen. Come on. Right.
I've done this 31 years now, and it would be just lovely to have the disease gone. I could find something else to do.
Yes.
I think I could.
Yes. Now, I know you saw me in the rehearsals. I was bringing the energy in there, so I'm going to bring that tonight as well, too. Danielle, I don't want to ask all the questions, but you can, anything for Joan?
Well, yeah, here's what I'm excited about, Joe. This event, it's been a little while since we had an event, right?
Yes.
But we get to go virtual and have a real party.
I know the people out in the virtual. I know who you are out there, and I'm watching you. I want very much for you to have the best time ever. Know that we're going to see you later on tonight on the grid.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to know that you're there, and I so appreciate you and knowing that you're participating. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, this young lady to my
Eileen.
right, just so you know,
Yes.
is her grandfather had Parkinson's. So
Okay.
almost everybody here tonight has some relationship to Parkinson's, and starting now, if they hadn't heard of it before, they certainly will, because that's how it starts.
Yeah.
Yes.
People first don't know, haven't heard of it, and then all of a sudden it's all around them, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
it's very true.
Absolutely. Well, Joe, thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing. I can't wait for tonight. I got some sing-alongs in store. We're going to bring some energy. And I see there's a dance floor in there, too.
There is.
So
And
we're
we
going to be
have
dancing.
Fabulous music coming tonight. So
Yes.
Yeah.
One more time for Joe, man. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for joining us,
Thank
Joe.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
yeah, she can- okay, explain.
enjoy your mingling and a cocktail.
Yes.
Wow, the red carpet is getting busy as all of our guests are strolling in, and
As you see them walking through the-
see all these people. We have
these
such
heads.
good energy,
Yes.
and we're so excited to just interact and see people in real life. And we're so excited that you are at home joining us,
Yes.
and are able to get to enjoy this red carpet experience.
Oh, man, yeah.
Probably from your couch.
There's nothing like the red carpet experience. I brought the pinstripes tonight, as you guys see. I feel fantastic.
Oh, you look
know.
fantastic, David.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Doesn't he look fantastic? Tell us in the chat.
Thank you.
We want to get you
Please
excited
do.
right now, so
Yes.
you can pop in the chat. And David really likes to hear how good he looks. But he looks stunning, right?
Yes. Now, we do have some more red carpet guests. So, let's bring them on.
out.
Come on in, guys. Come on up here. Let's go. How you doing, man? David, man, nice to meet you.
How are
David,
you?
nice to meet you. You guys can get in the middle here.
You're right, front and center in the middle.
All right, so we're going to be in this camera right here, the second one right there. So, introduce you guys yourselves. What's your name?
I'm Michael Liu.
Michael Liu?
Matthew Liu.
Matthew Liu, okay. And why do you guys like being a part of this organization and just being at this event, just the whole nine? What do you guys love?
The community, the outreach, knowing that we're not alone, and that there's people out there that care and help want to support the cause.
Yeah, just to have this community and so we can gather and like have one another's backs and just fight through this with ferociousness.
I love that, man. I love that. You guys look fantastic tonight, looking smooth. Who dressed more? I know you guys, we were competing, like, I'm going to have the better tie, whatever. How long have you guys, known this organization, been a part of this organization, etc.?
I'd say 4 or 5 years. It's been something that my mom actually found out for communities as we both have Parkinson's and we're both young.
Sure.
And it was hard to find a group that we could relate to. And meeting Jo, and she's just so wonderful and caring. And without her, I mean, I don't know, we'd probably be lost.
Sure. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been about 4 years too. He's the one that got me introduced to it, and it's been a good ride since then.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have fun tonight, man. I'm going to be up there dancing. We're hosting it. So I'm going to come find you guys. I see you guys in the show, and God bless you guys.
Thank you.
And glad to have to meet you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Glad to meet you, man. Absolutely, man.
Pop it in the chat.
One more
Give
time
us
for
some
these guys.
hearts.
Come
Let
on,
Michael
give it
and
up.
Matthew know that you're watching and that you want to
Thank
say
God
hi.
I didn't wear a blue suit. I would have been left out. Yeah. But thank you guys.
And maybe we can have a competition in our chat about who's dressed the best, Give David a run for his money.
Right. Well,
Thanks
guys,
for joining us.
Thank you guys
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome. Come
other
on,
guys,
our
come
red
on.
carpet. Hi.
No, dude, you got the fur coat on. You got to come on. There you go.
Now,
What's your name?
Steve Sanchez.
We got Steve Sanchez and we got
Jamie
Oh,
Steinberg.
no, we're all
Jamie
right here.
Steinberg. Okay, so we're going to be on this camera right here, guys. Okay, so first question is...
Cool camera, the one that you told me.
Yeah, this
Cool
one.
camera.
First question is, how do you, how long have you guys known this organization, been a part of this, and why you guys like being a part of this culture?
I'm going to hand that over to Steve.
Yeah.
He's the talker.
Sure.
Well, talk away, Steve.
For many years, part about being in a small community is we had the opportunity to help a lot of charities, right? We're involved in a lot of charities. And this, as you know, is a great charity, hence why you're here, why we're all here. But it's an honor for us to be able to support the Parkinson's Foundation by being here, maybe bidding on some cool auction packages.
Yes. We got some cool ones
They
tonight.
have some really cool ones. So.
Yes.
Do you have an eye on one of them?
There's a ski trip. I've never gone skiing. I want to go skiing.
Oh,
so
you gotta give that a
this
try.
Is an opportunity.
So everyone at home, you guys can bid on the ski package. But Steve has to work a little harder.
And there's some jewelry. I don't know. But nevertheless, it's an opportunity to give back to the community.
Yes.
That's great.
Now, my question would be, do you want to touch on some of that as well, too? Or?
He said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Anything that involves the Coachella Valley, I'm 100% involved as well. And what a great organization to come and support.
Absolutely. No, I love that. Now, another question would be is there something you're most excited about or the most thing that you're looking forward to about tonight? I mean, we have a lot of different things, a lot of special guests, awards. Is there one main thing that you say, I'm looking forward to this tonight?
Yes, an event. We're all here in the same building.
There you go.
And we can shake hands
Me too,
and,
yes.
be together. So we can all go back to, doing what we do best.
Yeah.
And I think that's, coming together as a community and finally being back together in normal circumstances.
I know that's right.
I
Who
guess
can
sort
say
of
amen
normal.
to that? I believe. Yeah.
Amen.
Sort of normal, yes.
Yeah. You want to touch on that a little bit? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, just every dollar counts, right? I mean, we're coming out of an economy that was shut down. We're getting back into the community, and every organization, every nonprofit can use our help right now. And it's actually a privilege that we're able to do that right now. So
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. You guys look fantastic.
Likewise.
I told her, thank God I didn't wear a blue suit because it's like a black affair. So feeling good, looking good, and God bless you guys, man.
Thank you
Yes,
so
thank you
much.
for joining. I'll take this from you, and I'll shake your hand.
Thank you so much, man.
she's got a strong handshake.
Oh, it's a strong grip.
I'm gonna arm wrestle her.
Yeah, you got to cover care when you shake.
I know. I was gonna say. I gotta be careful.
Hey, I was
for
boxing
sure.
him earlier.
Could you film a little bit of this behind the scenes?
Our guests are
Just
amazing
like a quick
tonight,
video while
and I'm so excited to introduce
quick
our
video while we're
next
interviewing.
guest because you're going to be seeing
long ways.
our special guest
Yeah,
a little bit
behind the
later
camera,
on
kinda too, a
in
little bit.
our
Thanks.
program. And as David continues to take more pictures of himself, keep telling him how good he looks.
Yes.
I'm so excited to welcome our special guest and co-host for tonight's show, Patrick Evans.
Patrick!
Welcome. Thanks
you.
for joining. You get the middle. I got the
how you
mic.
doing,
I got
man?
the mic.
Now, this guy
And
looks
you-
so good. It's a Bob Hope vibe tonight. Very sporty. Very, very
I
sporty.
think Patrick's winning the suit tonight.
He is winning tonight. So I want to say, Pat, first thing, what's your most exciting thing? What do you like most about this event?
What I like about this event is the opportunity to recognize some of the people who've really made a huge difference. I've known Joe Rosen a long, long time, and so I have personal experience with Parkinson's. My mother had Parkinson's, so seeing an organization that can come together and bring resources in the community and reach out. Not just here, but globally, with what they've been able to do during the pandemic. But tonight, the opportunity to say thank you to some of the people who've really made a huge difference.
Sure.
That's, I think, the most exciting part to me.
Yes, absolutely. Now, one thing you should tell the audience as well too is a little bit about with what you do as well too. I mean, you're co-hosting with us, but you're also seasoned in the game, a veteran of what you can do. So, tell the people a little bit about what you do and why you like doing events like this and the energy and the fun and all that.
Well, I've worked in television here in the Coachella Valley for the last 20 years.
There we go.
I work for KESQ News Channel 3, but I've been in TV for the last 30-plus years. And when I started in television, you actually had to, every year, demonstrate how you used the public airwaves for good so that you could get your FCC license renewed.
That's amazing.
We don't do that anymore. They just kind of rubber stamping it. But I come from a background where you really, if you're working in television, you really should be giving back to the community, not just using it to sell commercials. So I've always been involved in the community. When I moved here in 2002, got involved in a number of different local charities, and I just think being able to utilize my time to give back to these kinds of organizations is what I love to do, aside from being on television and doing the weather. So.
I love that, Patrick. I love that you continue to give back and bring that spirit of generosity with the position you have in the community. So
I don't know
thank
if you guys have done very many events out here in the Valley, but you're going to discover that this is the most giving community in the entire nation.
I love it.
We have about 600 nonprofits or 501c3s.
Wow.
And every one of them appeals to the community, and the community steps up and supports them. So
That's amazing.
You guys have arrived in seriously, this is the island of giving here, the Coachella
I
Valley.
love it. So
Hey.
Patrick, whether our attendees are at home watching in the comfort of their own home, maybe jealously in their pajamas,
Right.
or whether you're here attending with us live, you are a generous community and you are helping Parkinson Resource Foundation continue to help others in your own community. So thank you. We're grateful for you.
I'm excited. I'm going to talk to my man Pat off camera about Johnny Carson and Bob Hope and all these guys because I know he's a fan of that. I might be young, but I know this stuff too. So, hey, thanks so much.
Can we sneak a story?
Oh.
Can we sneak a story from
So
you?
he does have some Frank Sinatra stories. We're putting him on the spot.
We're putting you on the spot.
Don Rickles too. Come on, can we get that? I don't know. Yeah.
I was once thrown out of a club by Don Rickles. No, actually,
That's great.
Actually, I met Frank once in Vegas, but I got to know Barbara Sinatra, his last wife. She continued to run the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center, which is a great charity here.
Amazing.
And so I got to spend a lot of time. And actually, I'll give you a Barbara Sinatra story.
Okay, perfect.
So
we'll take a story.
every year they had a black tie gala before their golf tournament, and it was a fundraising gala. We raised money for the Children's Center. But I wanted to propose to my now wife, and Barbara wanted to help. So I took my wife into a room full of Italians, and Barbara Sinatra actually had the ring. And we went over, she was doing a little meet and greet, and you sat down next to Barbara, and you just said hi, and you got your picture taken. Well, Barbara launched into this whole script that she had worked up, and she had the engagement ring in her hand. Meanwhile, my wife knocked over a person she was paying zero attention. So finally I had to go. I was like, Andrea, you have to listen to Mrs. Sinatra's talking to you.
No way.
True story. And Barbara said, well, you guys have been dating a while, haven't you? And yeah, a few years. And Barbara said, well, I think it's time you put a ring on it, Patrick. And I said, I wish I had one. And Barbara said, oh, well, I happen to have one. And at this point, my girlfriend now wife, her eyes just got giant. She just couldn't believe what was going on.
No way.
Patrick, that's the best story.
That's an incredible story.
Thanks for sharing with us.
Yeah. So it happened right here in the Valley, and Barbara Sinatra helped me propose to my wife. So.
That's
That
amazing.
is something that you can't make up. Pat, thanks so
I look
much.
forward to working with both of you tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's going to be great
Cheers, man. Absolutely.
Thanks, Patrick.
That was an awesome story.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could make that up myself.
David, we've had some pretty amazing guests on our red carpet.
Are you next?
We have some more. Our red carpet is hot tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, it's time to bring our next guest
Let's
on.
bring it on. Yes, come on.
Come on up.
Let's see here. Okay, we got Hillary. Hillary, how are you?
Hillary. Dr. Hillary.
Dr. Hillary. Nice to meet
Well,
you,
join us
Hillary.
right here in the middle.
So-
You are front center. I want to start off with, I like your pearls. They're beautiful.
They were my mother's.
Oh my gosh, that's
And earrings
amazing.
too, you know.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This is a fantastic event. And thank you for being here.
Yes.
And what I may contribute to your audience
Yes.
is that I know Jo indirectly. I'm meeting her for the first time tonight because I was involved with a fabulous research program at the VA
Okay.
on nurses helping with care management in Parkinson's.
Oh, wow.
And they,
Interesting.
yep, and 10 years ago they made contact with Joe Rosen because they wanted to link up with community services.
Okay.
And dear Joe was out here doing starting this program for
Yes.
the veterans. And look at where it's gone now. She's a dynamo and a fabulous service to the community and the vets.
That is an incredible story and also testimony. Tell me a little bit more of why you like being a part of this organization and coming to these events and just wanting to help out and serve.
It is critical for anyone who has any kind of an enduring or chronic condition that can affect the whole body, can affect the body, the mind, you're moving around, it affects the family. You need resources,
Yes.
and you need help and love and practical things from the community.
Yes.
And that's what the Parkinson's Research Organization supplies.
I love that.
So it is critical to help out the community and help these individuals and their care partners, their wives, their partners, because it is so difficult to live when you have these kinds of conditions.
Now let's also touch more on who you are. I mean, you being a doctor, being involved, always serving, helping, learning new things, hearing new innovations, new strategies that are happening. How has that career been? Touch more on that of like who you are, what you have been doing, and what you want to continue to do in your profession.
Okay, early on in my career, I knew I wanted to work with older people. So I trained in geriatric medicine.
Okay.
And then with older people, it's rehabilitation.
Okay.
How do you bring quality of life to an older person, be it dementia, be it a stroke, Parkinson's? And there are a lot of sort of tricks of the trade, things we can do to make quality of life better for these individuals. So our healthcare system needs to evolve. It is evolving, but it still has a way to go. And that's why I got involved with this research and how to better organize care so it's holistic and you're not letting things slip through the cracks. So that's my work in a healthcare notebook that patients can own to keep everything organized. So they pulled me into the project to help organize all of this. So I've been working on it for 25 years, and it's finally getting some recognition. But the goal is to get it out there.
You deserve it, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's part of a team. It's been lots of different people. And none of us does this alone. So
Sure.
but
Thank you so much. Danielle,
Yes.
anything?
Just thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping and being involved, and what you do is so important.
Well, my sister was heavily involved with CBS News. So I know how important the news is. So thank you both for being here
Yes.
and your broadcast. It's
Absolutely.
just as critical. It all works together. So thank you
Yes.
for being here.
We're so happy to have Hillary on, Dr. Hillary on. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy the event tonight, and we're going to catch up soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
These guests are incredible, man,
Oh, my
and just
goodness.
awesome. The knowledge and just the different backgrounds that
Yeah.
all these are coming from. But we need to scoot in a little bit. He's telling us.
All
Okay.
right. We gotta get closer, David.
Yeah, we're gonna be like this all night. But yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. How are you feeling about it so far, man? Cool
I
guest,
love
man.
it. You know, here's what I'm gonna say. I think it's about time to wrap up our red carpet experience.
Oh.
Because our program is going to be getting started here
We gotta go
any
host.
minutes.
Yeah, we gotta go host
We
now.
have to go host. Did you bring the scripts?
I thought you brought the script.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Well,
I guess we'll see what we get on the other side. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss an amazing show just ahead.
stay tuned.
Burns the candle, the candle feeds the flame. Yeah, yeah, what I've got, full stock, all the thoughts and dreams are scattered. Then you pull them all together, and how can explain? Oh yeah, well, you make my dreams come true. Well, you. Oh yeah, you make my dreams come true. Well, yeah. On a night when bad dreams become a screamer, when I'm messing with the dreamer, I can laugh it in the face, twist and shout my way out and wrap yourself around me, 'cause I ain't the way you found me. It'll never be the same. Oh yeah, well, 'cause of you make my dreams come true. Oh yeah. Well, you make my dreams come true. Oh yeah. Listen to this. Ow! I'm down on my daydream. Oh, that sleepwalk should be over by now. I know. You make my dreams come true. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for you, girl. Oh yeah, you make my dreams come true. Me, waiting for you, girl. Oh man, you make my dreams come true. Oh, I've been waiting for. Every breath you take, and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake.
Please welcome your hosts, Danielle Snelson and David McKenzie.
Hello. Put the hands there, come on.
is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Parkinson's Resource Organization. But 1 year later,
Yes.
our celebration is spreading far and wide this evening, as we not only have those of you in the room tonight, but we also have virtual guests joining in as well. So welcome, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. You can pull up the Zoom wall too, huh?
Yeah, we got some folks at home.
Let's see what we
if
got.
you're at home, turn those cameras on because we want to see you.
There we go. Hey.
There we go. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
It's so good to see you. If you're at home and you didn't turn your camera on, we're going to be checking in with you, so be sure to turn those cameras on.
Yes. Now, tonight is about celebrating 30 years of service to the Parkinson's community. We are here to recognize where PRO has come from as an organization and where we are going into the future, right? So the traditional gift for the 30th anniversary is the Pearl, all right? Historically, the Pearl was selected for this milestone anniversary because 3 decades of commitment takes a lot of wisdom and love, right? And just like long-lasting committed love, pearls take time to grow. I think this is a very suiting and accurate representation of the Parkinson's Resource Organization, right? Which is why tonight we will be centered around sharing with each of you pearls of wisdom.
Yes, and tonight we'll be honoring those within the Parkinson's community that have been an inspiration to others, whether through their own brave battle with the disease or through tireless advocacy to continue to build awareness. There will also be many opportunities for you to continue supporting this amazing cause through your generous gifts. And of course, in true pros fashion, we've sprinkled a little fun and entertainment.
All the time. I got to bring the energy all the time. I will be doing that all night tonight. We do want those joining us at home to know that not only can we see you, but we can also communicate with you through the chat function within the Zoom, okay, that you guys are tuning in. So please be sure to chat away.
I see a few comments already. Jason's saying, "Go, David!"
Yes.
And Lily says, "Woo!"
And then somebody
says,
said,
"Thank you,
"Oh my
Dr.
God,
Hillary."
David, I love your suit. Thank you."
Oh man. Well, David, why don't we do a big group cheers?
Group cheers. All right.
With everyone to get tonight started. We even have a beverage to toast with you. We'd love to toast with you at home. So grab that drink.
All right.
And if you're in the room, grab your beverage of choice.
That's good. I love this idea, Dan. Okay, so everyone, grab yourself a glass, whether you're here at home, throw it up right here real quick, all right? And on 3, let's say cheers. 1, 2, 3.
Cheers!
Cheers. There you go. Now, this is one thing, every event, I like to bring the energy, okay? And even though I'm young, hey, I'm an old soul, okay? If it's Sinatra, if it's whatever, Jack Benny, I'm gonna get you guys out the seats somehow, okay? So, to get the energy going, this is my staple, so please sing along with me, okay? Let's go. Touching hands, come on, whipping them up. Reaching out, louder. Touching me, touching you. Times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe. Okay, I forgot the words. Great job. Give me some round of applause, please.
That's all he knows of the song.
In the words of the late, great Jack Benny, for God's sakes, that was incredible.
Thanks everyone at home and in the room for joining us in that sing-along. Now, whether you're here in the ballroom or joining us online, everyone will be using your phones to bid on auction items, just as you've been doing, purchase raffle tickets, and pledge your gifts tonight. So let's quickly review how to do so, just in case you don't have this information. Okay, you're simply going to text 30 Gala to 243725 and follow the instructions to participate. Okay, or you can scan the QR code on your table or at home on your screen.
That's right. So I highly recommend you get yourself set up, and now because there are some pretty amazing items for auction tonight, all right? So listen closely. I personally got my eyes on the Experience San Diego package. It includes 4 tickets to a Padres game, 1 night stay with breakfast at Rancho Santa Fe, and a $150 Ruth Chris Steakhouse gift card as well, too. What a perfect
Sounds like a great date.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic, man. And you could wine the day with 19 of your closest friends at a private wine class at Total Wine and More. Or how about a brand new Mobility Classic Cruiser, or a Jerry Rice and Steve Young San Francisco 49ers autographed football. I play college football.
That's your favorite team.
But I am a Cowboys fan, so yeah. Okay, good night. Golf packages, hotel stays, spa days, jewelry, and more. Okay, so we have the full thing today. This is truly something for everyone as well. So additionally, if you haven't already, be sure to purchase your raffle tickets as well too. So we have 2 amazing prizes that will be announced live at the end of the program tonight. Also, a 5-carat diamond bracelet valued at $10,000, generously donated by El Paseo Jewelers.
Amazing.
If you guys don't get it, I will. And a 7-night Tuscany culinary escape as well. It features winery and olive press tours and tastings as well too. So give it up for that.
Yeah.
You and a guest will get 2 nights in Rome and 5 in Tuscany. And if you guys need one more to go, I'll be there as well.
We are always up to travel with our guests.
Yes.
If you win one of those packages.
Absolutely. So, you want to say it?
Grazie.
Grazie, Winspire, for these amazing packages. Doesn't it just look breathtaking? So, thank you guys again. Give it up for that. I love these packages we have tonight. We'll be accepting raffle purchases until 8 p.m. tonight. So don't wait too long. Make sure you get on it.
Yes. Now, tonight our sponsors are who have allowed tonight's event to be possible, and we just want to take a quick moment to thank them.
A singer sponsor?
You know, and just like oysters carefully cultivate a pearl, our sponsors tonight are our oysters, cultivating the financial health of our organization, and we thank each and every one of you for your truly generous support. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now, additionally, if it were not for an amazing planning committee, executing an event of this nature would not be possible. Okay, so we like to recognize them now as well for their efforts. So can we give it up as well? Thank you.
Thank you.
Now listen closely here. In a 30-year time span, so much history is made. Think about what you have accomplished in your own life over the span of 30 years. All right? It's really quite impressive when you stop and you think about it and you ponder about this. Okay, the strides Pro has made within that timeline is also impressive. And just like in our own personal stories, it too has experienced many ups and downs throughout the years.
Yes, and you know, it's because of the support of each and every one of you that Pro has become what it is today. And for that, I can speak on behalf of Jo and say that she is eternally grateful.
That's right.
So what do you say, everyone? Are you ready to get tonight's
You guys ready to go?
You ready to go? I think so.
Right.
So let's set the mood with the announcement of our first award recipient of the evening, and it's entitled Torch Bearer, and it's given to an individual with outstanding capabilities, incredible empathy, compassion, and passion for knowledge to help those who are caring for and living with Parkinson's disease. And I have a special guest standing by to introduce you to this year's well-deserved recipient. Let's hear from him now.
Hello, everyone. This is Stephen Mott. Contrary to public opinion, mothers-in-law can be very lovable. Mine was. And then when Sonia was diagnosed with Parkinson's, she came to live with us. Not knowing where to turn to help her, we found Jo Rosen and the Parkinson's Resource Organization. And within days, Jo referred us to a masseuse who had worked a lot with Parkinson's patients. And then she found us the most wonderful piano teacher, who coincidentally turned out to share mutual friends with my mother-in-law in New York 30 years before. Playing piano music together seemed impossible, but Sonia rose to the occasion repeatedly and her spirits soared. Jo's referrals not only helped Sonia, but her workshops, which met monthly, gave us much-needed information and sustenance to carry on, and keep my mother-in-law at home with us. Celebrating Jo's 30th year anniversary of the Parkinson's Resource Organization is my great pleasure. My whole family endorses Jo, the people with whom she works, and her entire organization. For everyone who has come in contact with Jo Rosen over the years, She has contributed immeasurable good deeds to and for all of us. Bless you, Joe Rosen.
Please welcome founder and CEO of Parkinson's Resource Organization, Joe Rosen.
So wonderful to be escorted across the stage by such a beautiful young man, huh? Oh, gosh. Torchbearer Award. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Torchbearer. I asked somebody this afternoon, what does that mean? They said, well, you carry the torch. So I was first reminded of Muhammad Ali back in the day when he carried the torch at the Olympics. And how he was walking and carrying his torch. And so that was a good resemblance of some of what Parkinson's is about. I'm so totally honored to be here tonight. But I'm really honored with the people that we're honoring tonight, too. They are warriors. They were warriors. They are incredible people that bring awareness to the Parkinson's community. They are people that shared passion and mission and goals. And I think all of our goals are pretty much the same. We would like to not have this job. That would be me particularly. Not that I've had it for 31 years, but because I really think that eradication of Parkinson's would probably be the best thing we could do in the world and for the world. That's not what Parkinson's Resource Organization does. We don't do research. We don't find cures. What we do is we stand in the trenches with those that have Parkinson's and those that need support. From the time that they're diagnosed all the way through their leaving this world and going to another area that one day I hope I see, and I hope it's called heaven. But you guys are going to have to all pray for me because otherwise I'm not sure that I'm going up there. I think, you got to pay attention to me. But notwithstanding that, that's what we do. And we do this in many different ways. We have support groups. You heard about that earlier with Stephen Mocht. We not only have support groups today that we had for a long time, we've expanded those since 2020 when COVID came along and kind of made a disaster out of things. In 31 years, I've had a few disasters. I don't know if you can imagine that, but I remember having an event in 2000, I think, that I couldn't get people to come because there was a deluge going on. It was so raining, and I brought the Cirque into the desert and was like, oh my God, why wouldn't people come to the Cirque even if they were being flooded as they drove to the event? But how silly of me back then. That's a long time ago, 2000. Then we got to 2007 and 2008, and in 2007 my husband died, and so that was tough enough. But in 2008 the recession hit. We almost didn't have enough money we didn't really have any money. We did it. We did things to make money, like garage sales, and just to keep going, just to pay the rent and keep us being strong and continually helping others. And the others had no idea what we were going through because that wasn't their concern. Their concern was how do they get through the life of Parkinson's with the greatest possibility of quality of life ever. And that's what we've done all these years. So from $300 31 years ago to a COVID along the way, Parkinson's Resource Organization continues to grow. It continues to expand. And tonight we're here, my ask of all of you and those of you who are watching us virtually, help us continue to grow. This year, 2022, I think we're there, aren't we? We hope we're there. In 2022, we're going to expand our programs just tremendously. And in doing that, we need your support. We need your financial support. We need your emotional support. We need all the support that you can possibly give us. If that's what a torchbearer does, then I gracefully and graciously accept this award, and I thank you for being here and giving me that honor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. One more time for Joe.
You know, Parkinson's holds a very special place in my heart tonight. My grandfather had Parkinson's for 20 years, and I just remember my grandmother, you know, taking care of him from early onset to things getting a little bit worse and worse, and her picking him up from bed and transporting him into a chair or taking him into the car to go to appointments, and how hard that was on her. And, you know, my brother and I happened to be going through nursing school towards the end of my last few weeks of my grandpa's life. And my brother and I were able to take care of my grandpa during those days, and I cherish those memories and those moments with them. And so that's why this is very special to me as well, to be here and supporting Parkinson's Resource Organization and raising money to do what needs to be done with Parkinson's. So.
Thank you all for being here tonight. So can you give it up for yourself, please?
Now, and one of those ways is support groups, is one of the ways that PRO does this, is in support and helping those. And right now, I would like to invite Michael Opel to share a little more about his own personal experiences.
I've had Parkinson's disease for 20 years. As you see, I'm moving around already, so I'm going to upset you. And, you know, I never had a support group. About 2 years ago, I had someone was berating me. Michael, why don't you deal with other people that have Parkinson's? That I was unusual for somebody who had Parkinson's for so long. And I didn't know that because I was going on my own time. And but the reason I sought out the group was because I wanted to help. I was doing fine. I drive, I work, and not too many things had changed for me physically at that time. And so then we had COVID. And I thought Zoom was the greatest thing that ever happened to PKO and Jen Joe. She didn't have to go on her trail to make her rounds, and the people poured in over Zoom. It was a new tool, and in that tool she blossomed and organized. And I said to her one day, I said, Joe, you have to end up having help. You can't do round table, you can't do village, you can't do all the things you created by yourself. And I think she had one assistant at that time. And I said, Joe, so I said, has anybody ever helped you financially? And she says, well, they want me to have a successor. I said, boy, they have a good point. And so here we are. We have a Gala, we have a PKO with a whole new direction. I said K, and it should be R. Usually Parkinson's with a damn K. And we have a need. Joe needs $100,000. It's called a big ask. And all of us have to pay back along the way and give back. She's going to help you, and I think, like I said before, people will help Joe. Joe has a staff and can expand and help more people. So why don't you do what you can do, but do something, because somebody has to pay for this. And look at what she's done so far with so little. So here we go. Well, how are we going to start looking? How are we going to raise $100,000? So she has something. She has a donation from me. I'll be glad, and I'm happy she took it. So I know she would anyway, because Joe said to me, donate.
That's right. $100,000. That is the cost to hire one full-time licensed qualified support group counselor. This will allow PRO to expand support group offerings and bring knowledgeable care to the communities that need it. So let's see if we can get there with at least one new support group counselor tonight. So, who's ready to help make this need a reality, huh? Ready? Okay, so listen closely. Simply get on your phone and use a bidding app and make a pledge. Okay, whether you are live or virtual, Danielle and I will be able to see and recognize each and every one of your generous donations tonight when you pledge this way, okay? And now, do we have anyone like that who wants to get us started at the $10,000 level this evening? Okay, we're going to start at that level.
I've got a hand raised.
We got one. There we go.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, were you, no?
There we go. There again, the waiter. Too late.
Too late.
Too late.
Well, when you give on the app, we can see you and we see your name, and we want to recognize you along the way. Now, I want to encourage you to give at any level, at any time that you feel comfortable, and we want to recognize you. We want to celebrate you and your achievements tonight in raising money for pros. So,
Absolutely.
you know, as we go throughout the night, we're going to share a little pearl of wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
As we raise some funds here. So, David, here's a little pearl of wisdom.
Okay.
You know, for you. If we had 10 people give at the $10,000 level, just like that, we would have the funding we need to secure our support group counselor.
That's
It's
right.
a nice little nugget of information.
That was actually great information, Danielle. Thank you. No, I agree.
So do we have anyone else here in the room that would like to kick us off tonight at the $10,000 level?
Also, too, if you are at home, be sure to put in that chat. If you're interested to do it, I gave you the directions on how you can give also if we're virtual as well, too.
Yes, now we have lots more pearls of wisdom to share tonight, and we have a lot more awards to give away as well. But you know what? David?
Yes.
I don't think we can do it by ourselves.
No, we cannot. You're exactly right, Danielle. So I think we need the help of a very special weatherman, you know, a guy who says he knew Sinatra and these other guys, you know. I got to meet him outside. I won a pair of his glasses, too. So, can you help me in welcoming from Coachella Valley's News Channel 3, my man, Patrick Evans?
Well, good evening. Thank you all very much for being here. And before I continue with the scripted portion, my favorite Jack Benny joke. Jack Benny was standing outside of the Beverly Hills Hotel. He just left the Polo Lounge, and a gentleman walked up to him, pulled out a gun, and said, "Okay, Jack, your money or your life?" And Jack stood there for a moment. And the guy said, come on. What are you doing? He says, "Hold on, I'm thinking." Because Jack was notoriously cheap. But I knew that you would get that joke. Because he's a Jack Benny fan. Yeah. All right, thank you all very much for being here. It's an honor to join you tonight and to be here to help support Joe and Parkinson's Resource Organization. When my mother was diagnosed with Parkinson's, we were very lucky to find our way to this wonderful organization for guidance and support. It provided a lot of comfort to us, and I'm thrilled to be able to return the favor and celebrate with all of you tonight. We have some pretty spectacular individuals to recognize and some important money to raise for this amazing organization to keep it running. As each honoree is recognized, I ask that you please make your way to the stage so that we can present you with your award. Just come right up here to these steps, and we will ask you to pose for a quick photo op before you exit. Also, let's not waste any time, get right into it. I'm going to start with the Warrior Award, which is given to an individual, in this case, 2 individuals, who have been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and refuse to allow that diagnosis to slow them down. They fight and seek advanced methods to further treatments and overall awareness of Parkinson's. And Michael and Matthew Liu are just that. They are warriors. Both are unique in that they were both diagnosed with Parkinson's in their 20s. They both accepted this challenge by counseling children with disabilities and building awareness for others with the disease. And Parkinson's Resource Organization has been honored to assist this family, especially during the early stages of their diagnosis. And we're even more honored that they have chosen to pay it forward by becoming the youngest members of the organization's board. So without further ado, would you please welcome Michael and Matthew Liu.
Things turns and the I was choking in the crowd, living my brain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would
I want to thank you all for being here and helping us fight this battle and giving us much fortitude and endurance through it all. And I just want to say thank you.
I just personally would like to thank Jill for all her hard work and unaccounted for hours and time she's put into this event. She's done so much for my brother and myself and all the people that are battling against Parkinson's. And thank you so much, Jill, for all you've done and what you continue to do.
Let's give them one. Well, we're giving it a nice big round of applause. Thank you, guys. Now, I've got another pearl of wisdom to share with all of you. And did you know that approximately 1 out of 20 people diagnosed with Parkinson's are under the age of 40? And a gift at the $5,000 level this evening could fund 1 month of our current support group programming. Having the right kind of support when you need it most can make such a difference in the lives of those living with or directly affected by Parkinson's disease, and especially for the unique age group of those with young onset Parkinson's. And tonight, your gift can make that difference.
Absolutely. No, I agree, absolutely. Now, I just want to say thank you guys already so much for your generosity and tuning in tonight, and thank you, Michael, as well, too. Now, Patrick, are you ready to kind of share with us our next award honorees? We got a full table ready to go.
Before we go, we want to just ask. We have to make the ask. Who in the audience today or virtually is ready to give at the $5,000 level? Because we would love to recognize you and your generous gifts. If you are ready to give at the $5,000
level,
we are ready to recognize you, and we want to recognize each and one of your gifts.
On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank you.
There's a $5,000 bid
Thank you.
there.
There's one.
At table 4, thank you very much.
Yes, and your generous gifts continue to help Michael and Matthew and all the support that they. We have another.
There we go.
Gift
There's another one. Thank you.
$5,000. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else before we continue to move on?
Anybody else at the $5,000 level? Well, just like that, you guys have raised $10,000.
There we go.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Matthew Lou back out here to assist me. Matthew,
Sorry,
if you
Matthew.
would. He was ready to go back to his dinner. He was all relaxed, but no.
He was so comfy, but we need you again.
Yes. As a natural introvert, it takes a little effort for Matthew to open up and talk about his challenges with Parkinson's. For him, positivity is a practice. And, it's important to focus on that. And that's part of the reason that we have Matthew here to honor people who choose positivity in the face of adversity. Matthew suggested the following acronym for the Matthew Award: maximize, attitude, truth to hearten and encourage warriorship. Tonight we're here to recognize an individual that embodies these attributes and is receiving this year's Matthew Award. Matthew, would you like, please, to tell us a little bit about this year's honoree? Just step up to the podium.
Hi. Jackie embodies the desire to try new things and find ways to not only help her own, but Parkinson's, but others as well, but help others as well. With her curiosity and willingness to try new things, I can't think of a better person to carry on the Matthew Award. Jackie was unable to attend tonight, but she did send us a message. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Jackie Farrar, and I'm 55 years old. I have been living with Parkinson's for over 2 decades. I was only 32 and expecting my 4th child when I was diagnosed by Dr. Swoop at Loma Linda and was given a second opinion by Dr. Bronstein at UCLA. At that point, I was just thankful for a name for my wiggle, and my PD was manageable with medication. I've heard it said that Parkinson's is the gift that keeps on taking, but I'm thankful that my battle was slow progressing. In 2004, my brother and a group of adventurers at Drive Around the World completed the Longitude expedition to raise money and awareness for Parkinson's. The expedition took over a year and was quite the adventure. It was something I can never express enough thanks to the team who put their lives on hold in order to do something with global impact. I'm thankful for being able to receive deep brain stimulation surgery at UCLA. The whole process was incredible. If I could clone Dr. Bordelin, Dr. Mason, Dr. Keener, Dr. Paration, and Dr. Mulligan, I certainly would. After surgery, I was thankful for the little things like being able to untangle Christmas lights, do origamis, and operate the mouse on my computer. It was life-changing. My battery died in November 2016 and in April 2018 and again in May 2020. It was awful to go through that violent tremor, but it made me thankful for the still times I had experienced. I hope I never forget that thankfulness. Today, I am most thankful for those within the Parkinson's Resource Organization who have made therapies and research possible through kind donations of money and time. One day, Parkinson's disease will be a distant memory, and that will truly be a great, great day to be thankful for.
Congratulations to Jackie, and thank you very much, Matthew, for inspiring that and giving us that great acronym.
Thank you, Matthew.
Our next award is the Awareness Award. This award is given to an individual or organization who has created an event or an idea to raise awareness for Parkinson's disease. And that is exactly what Nick Maggerly and Tori Borgi did as the directors of the event Drive Around the World, an expedition to draw awareness to Parkinson's. On November 1st of 2003, 9 volunteers from Drive Around the World began a 9-month trek, 41,000-mile drive around the world. They crossed 4 continents. They traveled through 31 countries to raise funds that will help cure Parkinson's disease. What started out as a 9-month plan turned into a 15-month reality due to bureaucratic delays, weather. Sometimes weather does get in the way. Not often here in the Coachella Valley, though. And shipping schedules because, well, they got it all done. I can't think of a more deserving duo to receive this award, so let us welcome now Nick and Todd.
On behalf of Drive Around the World, we would like to thank the Parkinson's Resource Organization for this honor and for all the work that you're doing to help people who are dealing with this debilitating disease. Members of our organization are affected by Parkinson's, so it's personal, and it's why we launched Drive Around the World 20 years ago. Back when we were first coming to terms with the disease, I remember it felt like a bombshell. And there was the shock of the diagnosis and the denial and the overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. And you think about it a lot and you say to yourself, what can I do? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. How can I end this thing? Well, good things can happen, and they can come from tough situations because our organization was born from those feelings. We call our work a creative response to hopelessness. And actually, Drive Around the World came about after a simple phone call because I needed someone to talk to when I learned my sister Jackie had Parkinson's. I called my best friend Todd Borgi. I told him about the diagnosis, and Todd said, "Are you serious? My dad was just diagnosed 2 days ago." That coincidence kind of freaked us out. Was the world sending us a message or just kicking us? But as the years stacked up, I would see Todd now and then, and I'd say, "How's your dad?" And he'd say, "How's your sister?" And then one of us would say something like, "What can we do?" But if you keep asking that question, and you seek the truth with sincerity, "What can I do?" becomes, "Let's do something." And so with our 30-year-old wisdom and energy and creativity and a strong desire to not feel hopeless, Todd and I founded Drive Around the World. And we enlisted in the Parkinson's community, not knowing what we would find, but we knew what we were looking for, which was signs of hope and inspiration, and we found it. All around the world, there are so many people and organizations doing amazing work. And all of you chose wisely because the Parkinson's Resource Organization is one of them, and we think they are truly exceptional.
Congratulations to Nick and Todd on your well-deserved recognition. One more round of applause. Come on, give it up. Now, I've got another pearl of wisdom for you tonight. But like I said, tonight is not only about raising money, but this is a celebration. This is exciting because people are doing some incredible, amazing things. And I did tell you guys that I was going to get the energy going. I start off with a little Sweet Carolina. I want to get you guys in a good mood tonight. So I'm going to do another sing-along. I need you guys to help. When you need to sing along, when it's your time, okay? Here we go. Clap your hands like this. Here we go. Clap. Clap. Here we go. Folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was the low-down hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Hidey, 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 hidey.
Hidey, 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 hidey.
Odie, 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 oh.
Odie, 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 oh.
Heedy, 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 heedy. Ikadabadabadabadabadabay. Give it up. Give it up. That was good. I got to keep you on your toes, okay? All right. We're on to our next level, folks. Here we go. Tune in. Parkinson's disease has been and continues to be thought of as an older person's disease. Yet a very large percentage, as Danielle mentioned, are under the age of 50. And about half of those are diagnosed before the age of 40. All right, so because of this, the disease is often overlooked in younger people. Now, leaving many to go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed for extended periods of time. A gift at the $2,500 level tonight could assist with the development of a support group for our young people with Parkinson's. All right, with young onset diagnosis on the rise, it's time to launch a space dedicated to the unique challenges of being an 18 to 35-year-old with a neurodegenerative condition, okay?
Yes, I think it's so important to really hone in on the young people facing this disease, and $2,500 really helps bring awareness and support to those young folks who are being diagnosed with Parkinson's, and it's just a special gift. I'm a young caregiver in my own home, and so support groups and support in my own family means the world to me, right. And I know that it means the world to those living with Parkinson's as we've experienced with our loved ones. And so I just want to ask if there's anybody in the room tonight that's wanting to give at the
$2,500 level,
because we want to say thank you and we want to recognize you. And I know that we have a Howie Cohen at the $2,500 level. Howie, thank you.
Thank you.
And for $5,000?
There we go.
Are you my Howie?
Thank you.
And for $5,000, thank you so much, Howie. We appreciate you.
Is there anyone else at the $2,500 level? A quick hand. $2,500 level.
And I want to remind you that all you need to do is use your event app. So if you've been bidding out there on those silent auction items, or if you have not, it's 30 Gala. Text 30 Gala. Here's the number, 243-725. If you have not already got set up on your app, 30 Gala to 243-725 is going to get you set up so that you can give tonight. And so I'm going to give one more last refresh on my app here to make sure that we're not missing anyone. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Howie. Thank you to this entire room of generous givers. Thank you for
And that's
your
a good
gifts.
point from Danielle that she just said. If you don't want to maybe raise your hand or recognize her, so you can give on that app as well, too.
Yes, thank you. So, Patrick, are you ready to present our next award?
You're our award guy, man.
You're our award guy.
Doesn't he look?
He's dressed for the award guy.
He's in a Bob Hope outfit tonight. Can we give it up for Patrick's outfit tonight?
They're my holiday pants.
Holiday, there we go, yeah.
All right, I am very much ready to give out this award, and it's a very special one. The Legacy Award honors an individual who is no longer with us, but who left a lasting positive impact on the Parkinson's world through their actions, their spirit, through their work within the community. We have a very special video prepared to share with you the impact that Dave, our honoree, has left behind. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Dave was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2007, and that was kind of a real blow to him, a blow to both of us. But gradually, just in a few months, he found a group in Waco, Texas that was a support organization and also a kind of an exercise group, and he got involved with them. And so he really threw himself into, what he could do proactively to kind of stave off the progression of this, in addition to the drug therapies that he was on. He did that for the remaining years that we were in Texas. And then in 2016, we decided to move out to California, where most of our immediate family was, the grandchildren and my mom and brother and everybody. So once we got here, that's when we discovered Parkinson Resource Organization and met Joe Rosen. And initially we attended some of the roundtable meetings, which is where both the person with Parkinson's and their caregiver or family member can come and just listen to others and share their experience and get what Joe calls a good little nugget of information or insight into how to deal with living with this condition. And so gradually we became a little bit more involved. I started attending caregiver meetings, and they started having exercise classes online. They've just done that this past year, and Dave participated in that some. When we would go to these roundtable meetings, Dave he always felt he needed to have a good show and tell. So he would bring some device or something that he had found. Usually the one people that remember is his little stationary peddler that he could pedal while he was sitting down watching TV or whatever, but it kept you kind of moving your limbs so you didn't just seize up, and helped kind of loosen up some of that tightness. I also attended, since his passing, I've attended one of the grief groups, and that was a really good outlet for me to share and to be with people there. Also from the Wellness Village and the whole host of different specialists and professionals that are listed there. We've used some of the legal resources that we found there, the end-of-life doula, Glenda and Kiki. He's been a wonderful source of support. He was before and now too. So we created a really warm and connected relationship with Pro, and we're so grateful to have found them. It was always important to him that he felt like he made an impact and that he left a lasting mark on the world before he left. And sometimes I think the awareness of everything that he had done and accomplished kind of slipped his mind. And so I would remind him, it's like, honey, just go Saturday night and all the shows that you performed in and the things you directed, and in the last year, the poetry that you shared in the newsletters for the PRO newsletters that really moved people and helped people understand what his experience was. He left a legacy, and so I'm so pleased for him, and I'm moved, I am touched that he's being recognized with the Legacy Award, and I thank you deeply for that.
That, of course, is Curtis Cannon, who is Dave's husband, and he is accepting on behalf of Dave. And thank you, Curtis, for sharing your memories of such a special person with all of us tonight. Our hearts are with you.
Pro will continue to be here for Curtis and Dave's family, as he will never be forgotten. In fact, here's another pearl of wisdom for all of you. Did you know that Pro has a virtual memorial wall? And this is just a very special way of remembering the loved ones in our Parkinson's community. And it arose from the request of families and friends asking Pro to design a place of healing for those who were left behind. And This wall not only provides a place of healing for families, it has provided a greater form of awareness and education for the disease as well. And I encourage you to visit the site to learn more. Now, PRO's grief groups are designed to be about so much more than the end of life. Yes, they do assist spouses like Curtis seeking support as he continues the journey without Dave. But we're also here to serve those living with Parkinson's who may be grieving their losses of movement, or a partner beginning to lose their sense of self, or the partner that they once knew. And there are so many different reasons for grief, and PRO wants to be there to support all of them. And your donation tonight at the $1,000 level represents a down payment on the subscription costs necessary to effectively and efficiently host our current and proposed support groups. You know, without business subscriptions like Zoom, which we're experiencing tonight, we can't support or provide the emotional support for our international audience of those individuals in need.
That's right. So just to reiterate, we're at the $1,000 level. Okay, so if we can get 10 of you right now for $1,000, you guys can, what does that math come out to? That's 3,000. No, I'm kidding.
Don't ask me to do math, David.
That would be 10,000 total. So $1,000 level. Who wants to be a part of that level? We got one here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We got another here. Thank you so much at the $1,000 level. Anybody else at the $1,000 level,
Thank you,
please?
Doctor number one, table number one. Thank you so much for those generous gifts. Anyone else at the $1,000 level?
Right.
Yes, we have out here at the $1,000 level. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I look from my left to my right, I just don't want to miss anyone. So anyone on my left, your right. We have one right here at our table. Thank you so much for your generous donation at the $1,000 level.
Woo-woo!
As I continue to move through our room, I'm now here at the center area of our room. I just want to make sure as we go through, I'm not missing anybody at our $1,000 level. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to remind you, you can raise your hand. You can pop it in the chat. If you're at home, I see you. You can pop it in the chat. We'll follow up with you. You can also use your event app if you would like to as well.
And we thank you for your donations online as well, too.
Yes, and Kitty? Is Kitty here in the room? All right, we got you. Now, Kitty not only gave $1,000, she also gave $500. Thank you. I see you. So thank you so much for your generous gifts and your generosity. Now, Patrick, can you tell us about our next award, please?
Absolutely. Our next award is the Consummate Caregiver Award. This award is given to an individual who tirelessly cares for a loved one as they are living with Parkinson's disease. I have some special guests to help present this very special award, a couple that knows firsthand the challenges that come with Parkinson's disease. I would like to welcome Neil and Sheriff Friedman.
My name is Neil Friedman, and I'm the care partner to my wife, Sharon Friedman, who is post-Parkinson's 10 years now. And being a caregiver is certainly a new challenge for anybody that's dealing with a loved one that has Parkinson's. There are no 2 days that are alike. Days are often challenging, days are often frustrating. I think one of the key things of being a caregiver is your mindset of learning to be patient and being a good listener. In Sharon's case, Parkinson's has affected the volume of her voice, so I have to have her repeat herself, although she's in a loud program to help the volume, but it becomes a challenge sometime. But I think the most important part of being the care partner is being a member of PRO. I've been a member for a little over 2 years. I met Joe Rosen on an in-person at a community center in the San Fernando Valley, and that was the beginning of the journey of being a PRO. There have been so many nuggets that have come out of PRO that have been invaluable to help me through this difficult journey, and if it wasn't for Joe Rosen and her team, our lives, I think, would be totally different. The most important part of being in PRO is supporting them, and I seem to be the spokesperson sometime. No organization where a 501c cannot work or do what they do without financial support. So like I always say, every dollar counts, It's not the amount. You can put it on a credit card or you can send a check in, but your dollars are important to support this wonderful organization, and God bless them.
The award is going to go to Richie McPhail, and I'm going to read a thumbnail about her. Richie McPhail embodied the consummate caregiver in her care for her husband, Buddy. Buddy is the love of Richie's life and her dearly missed square dancing partner. Richie researched, organized, managed, and comforted Buddy in his progression through Parkinson. Her love for Buddy compelled her to show extraordinary strength and compassion in the face of this terrible disease. I'm honored to present the Consummate Care Caregiver Award to Richie McPhail.
So it's our honor and deep pleasure to present this award, so well deserved by Richie, and I'll go ahead through the support of Parkinson's Resource, and we're honored to present this award to Richie, and God bless you and what you do for the organization.
And take a picture?
Yeah.
Richie?
She's going to speak first.
Okay.
Joe Rosen, you've kept Bud and me in your... Hello. I'm not used to this. You have kept Bud and me together for so long until finally he lost that. He could no longer keep that I'm sorry. Anyway, I am so endowed with you. Thank you so much for all you've done, for all of the people that have sat in your special places where we would get together every other week. And it was so much caregiving. I am just so in awe of all that you do. Thank you so much for coming when Bud passed. Before he passed, Joe came and stayed with him for a while. And it's just so incredibly inspiring that you stay and you give over and over, and you take care of all of these Parkinson's individuals as though they were your own, as they are. So I am just blessed beyond measure to be part of the organization called Parkinson's Resource. Thank you so much.
Let's get a picture.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Well deserved, Richie. One more round of applause, guys. That's awesome. Time for another pearl of wisdom. All right, let's talk for a moment about Pro's mindfulness meetings. All right, this monthly support group is designed specifically for people like Neil, Sharon, and Jackie. Medical hypnotherapist Roger Moore teaches skills to help improve sleep, overcome trauma, depression, stress, anxiety, fear, and exhaustion. So all of which are common things to experience when living with or caring for someone with Parkinson's. Now, mental health is just as important in physical health, and Pro wants to do all they can to help strengthen resilience and enhance coping skills. A gift at the $500 level would cover our monthly phone bill, okay? That's at the $500 level. Not only do we provide daily one-on-one phone consultations, with families facing Parkinson's, we follow up with support group attendees who need some extra guidance, and even call new attendees in advance of each meeting to offer free tech support so no one is isolated by geography or a spotty internet connection, etc. In any event, knowing someone that can help is always just a phone call away can be very comforting. And as I like to say, when two or more are gathered, he's with us. It's one of my favorite scriptures. So power in numbers, power in group.
And
I love
power
this
in
level.
cell service.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is one of my favorite levels. So.
It is one of my favorite levels as well. And you know what we're supporting tonight is, that phone call.
Yes.
When someone's in need, I know that Joe shows up. She's there. Just as we are for one of our best friends or a family member or a mom or our sisters or brothers, this $500 level allows us to stay connected and to help and to continue to help. And so I just want to start again. This time I'm going to start on the left side of the room.
Left side.
My left, your right, I think. Let's get into like elementary school stuff, right? Starting
On this
over
side.
here, we want to say, anybody want to give $500?
$500 from this side of the room.
Tonight. We
Thank
have
you.
a
We got
taker
one.
at
Thank you.
7, table 7. Thank you so much for your generous donation. Anybody else at the $500
$500
level?
level over here. Okay.
As we continue to move on. Thank you.
Let's go to the middle right here. $500 level. Anybody in this lane? Hand? Anybody?
We have $500 donations tonight, and we continue to move to our right.
Okay.
Do we have any more $500 donations? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your gift. And I want to ask anybody at home, are you feeling called to give $500 tonight? Please pop it in the chat or use your app. We would love to recognize you. Thank you so much to everyone at the $500 level.
All right. Anybody on the far right side? $500? I was like, yeah,
I don't want
leave
to
them
forget.
out.
I don't want to forget. David, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for your generosity. And as David and I have shared so far, your gifts this evening are making a real, tangible difference in the lives of those affected with Parkinson's disease. And I'd like to make a quick final call. I guess we're moving on. I forgot this part. We're making a move.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We had those amazing raffles.
Yeah.
Who signed up for that?
Insane.
I'm sure I should get some. There we go. Thanks for not being shy. Those are some pretty amazing raffles, and I just want to do a quick final call, letting you all know this is your last chance. Last chance to get in on that raffle drawing.
Rome and Tuscany, right? I mean, jeez.
David and I will be your
Like I said, if
your
you
plus
need
one.
somebody else, just let me know.
Now, if you have not swiped yours up yet, take a moment. Do so now. Use that app. All right, Patrick. It's time for our next award.
Well, our next award is entitled the Volunteer Extraordinaire Award. And I think the meaning of this award is in the name. The award is given to a volunteer who has selflessly given of their time to the cause of Parkinson's disease. And this year's honoree is Lovey Slaughter. We sat down with Lovey to talk with her about what the last 30 years of service to Pro has meant to her.
You started volunteering because of a friend of a friend.
Correct.
You came in to help with the newsletter.
Right.
30 years later, you're still at it.
Right.
What do you have? Do you have a favorite memory with Pro?
It was a fundraiser when they had, I think they called up Dancing with the Stars. And Joe had Chinny Lopez, which we all knew. And she danced with Trini Lopez, and that was exciting, and we were all naturally rooting for Joe to win, and I think she did.
Do you think Joe is a good dancer?
I don't think she was really a dancer, but she certainly practiced a lot.
What does volunteerism mean to you?
Well, to me, a volunteer, you're given your free time. And sometimes, if it's not every month or certain days, sometimes you're asked and it's a wrong day and you feel maybe kind of guilty. that you have to say no. And but if you know it's going to be every month, you put it on a calendar and you show up because you want to. When you receive, you got to give back. And the more you give back, the more you receive, and it works for me. I want to thank Joe for this special award, just for me. I am so touched and honored. Joe taking her time to do this just for me. That is, I feel so special. And I want to thank Joe again. Thank you from my heart, Joe. I feel good. Yeah, absolutely.
Give it up for Lovey. Lovey is a precious gem to Pro, and she's been there since the beginning, and we'd like to welcome her to the stage.
Woo-woo!
Man, she looks good. Let's get a photo.
It's really important tonight to let you know how young our dear friend is. How young are you?
Oh, thank you, Joe. I can't express myself how I feel tonight. Thank you.
How young? How young are you?
Pardon me?
How young are you? How old are you?
I'm 96.
Woo!
Hey, I'm not ready to go yet. I'm just overwhelmed with this award, Joe. And I want to tell you I'm still here for you. Good. And I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. And
Let's do 20 more years.
right, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Doesn't she look fantastic? Can we give it up? I mean, my
Can we
God.
get it?
So heavy.
I'll take it for you, so you
Thank you.
That video,
Patrick, we'd like to do a picture.
that video,
picture.
man. The sweater was on in the black and white. I was like, man.
We need to take a picture.
Come on.
Of course, Lovey.
Right here.
She wants to be next to you, David.
Why not?
Should I hold it?
There you go. I love it.
Congratulations. Perfect song for you.
One more time for Lovey.
Let's go. Congratulations, Lovey, and thank you for 30 years of serving others. Now we have just 2 more pearls of wisdom left to share with all of you tonight. And did you know Pro was founded 30 years ago on the strength of $300? It was a donation to buy stamps and envelopes and office supplies so that our volunteers could send out a mailing. Now, 31 years later, Pro still needs to send out newsletters with the latest research, health tips, and Parkinson's news, and volunteers, like Lovey, still donate their time to get it out the door on the first of every month. That is amazing. Now, a gift at the $300 level this evening would cover the printing and mailing costs for a month's worth of newsletters. And if enough of you chip in, we might be able to buy some snacks and treats for our dauntless volunteers.
That's right. That's right. Also, too, I want to recognize, thank you, Michael, for your donation as well, too.
Yes,
Michael,
thank you.
and that was at the $1,000 level, so thank you, Michael, for that. Now, like I said, this is the $300 level. Okay, that's what Danielle stated. So,
which is a special amount.
it is. It's special amount.
Special
So
amount.
we start over here. Let's start over here. $300 over here. We would like to give it a $300 level. $300 over here. Anybody? We got one.
Table number
thank you.
3. Thank
Table
you.
3.
We got 2. Thank you.
Table 3.
Thank you so
Anybody over here? So let's go to the middle. $300 level over here. $300. $300. What about over here? Thank you. There we
so
go.
much. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you.
What about over here, guys? I want to think about the left side. $300 over here at all?
We don't want to miss anyone. We want to say thank you.
Thank you again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for all the gifts tonight at the $300 level.
Sorry, I was doing that. I was doing some impersonations before the.
David, you're not going to do that tonight.
I'm not going to do that.
But you should.
I was doing some presidential impersonations before the show, and I was in the Obama, so it came out.
Can you give a little sample? Who wants to hear a sample of Obama?
Let's see a little.
Okay.
I think that the crowd wants it, David.
Okay. Ask me a question.
Ask you a question?
Ask me a presidential question so I can answer it as.
Oh my gosh, are you going to run for president again?
That's a great question. Look, Danielle is a great girl. And I feel that Michelle, she's not here, but she said to raise your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, we did promise a little entertainment tonight, so thanks, David, for showing up. Yeah. All right, Patrick, you ready to give out our next award
Patrick
tonight?
is our Vanna White tonight.
What's that?
I said, you're our Vanna White tonight.
Oh, I'm Vanna White?
Yes. There you go.
Yes, I am ready to give out our next award. We only have 2 awards left this evening, and I'm very pleased to tell you about the next one. Our next award is the Star Award. This award is given to an individual who is an inspiration in dealing with the effects of Parkinson's disease. Carl Nicholas Karcher was the very definition of a man of the people. Once you met Carl, you would always remember him, and he would remember you. Over the years, it seemed that he could be seen at most of the big Orange County and Southern California events, especially those dedicated to charity work. But the true measure of this man is what he did for others when he was away from the public eye. Carl lived first and foremost in the certitude of family. It was within his family that he anchored his true self, and he cannot properly be understood apart from his family. Carl was smart, he was quick, he enjoyed conversations, telling stories, and he enjoyed being a ham, with plenty of jokes, pranks, and a great sense of humor. Carl was born on January 16, 1917, in North Ohio. Carl Karcher hailed from the pure farm country of America's heartland. When he finally came to California to stay, it was for the person for whom he would love with all of his heart for the rest of his life. And that person was Margaret Magdalene Hines. It was with Margaret that he raised 12 children. 12 children, and immersed himself in their upbringing. In the last years of his life, living with Parkinson's disease, Carl experienced a diminished ability to speak clearly.
I know.
This made him a bit quieter in the public eye. At home, however, he continued to be a great communicator, even when he could not get the words out easily. Every grandchild knew that 3 knocks on the table meant, "I love you."
Aww.
And then he would wrap his large hands around their little ones and complete the message. Carl Nicholas Karcher was not a great man because he had success in business. Rather, he had success in business because he was a great man. It is because of all of these reasons that we come here tonight to recognize Carl, and we are so proud to honor his life with the Star Award. And accepting on his behalf this evening is his daughter-in-law, who has her own family history with Parkinson's as well. Would you please welcome a friend of mine, Paula Karcher.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here tonight. What a beautiful personal group here. So loving, and our table is just filled with new people that we're meeting. My son Max is here, his teacher, and a dear friend. And now we're meeting the other people here, Matthew and Michael. My kids are Max and Michael. I'm big on the M's. Anyway, I wanted to thank you, and in behalf of this honoring of Carl Nicholas Karcher, my father-in-law, we thank you so much. My husband Carl isn't here tonight. He's looking at sites for more stores, as usual. Just left him this morning at 5 a.m. Anyway, my son came with me tonight, and Carl Nicholas Karcher, exactly how Patrick was saying, he wasn't separate from his family. He was one of 9, and his wife was one of 17. My son Maximilian Leo Karcher, he has the same middle name as my husband, Carl Leo Karcher. He has 163 cousins. So they were very busy. I call them the super Catholic, fragilistic, expialidocious family. Anyway, as time went on in Carl Nicholas's life, I got to know him really well. And he always let me sit next to him and cut his meat and help him out. And he was very personal about and quiet about things he went through. I just kind of thought, this is old age. Older age, you know, people. He was very selective about the words he used. He always felt so special with him saying, Merry Christmas, or are you feeling great today? He was very quiet and sometimes would burst out with a lot of enthusiasm. He was quiet about some things. And towards his ending years, when he had Parkinson's, very selective about his words, but also he walked with the Spirit, which he knew his limitations mentally and physically. However, he had that Spirit in him, and that led his life. And I remember him so graciously always being there for people, and they had so many kids. Margaret used to sew their names in their socks to keep them from, to keep the socks straight and different things like that. But Carl was such a giver, and he loved to always ask you if you were feeling great. And he always would say, I'm feeling great. And he liked Tony the Tiger and Frosted Flakes. It was funny, besides hamburgers. But I just want to thank you. And Carl and I are humbled to receive this award in behalf of Carl and in behalf of Parkinson's. You're all the heart of this Joe Rosen's Parkinson's Resource Organization. You're all the heart. This is such a beautiful small group. And as I think about what I would like to do, I'm kind of busy with teenagers right now, but I think even Max wants to volunteer with the Parkinson's Resource Organization. And he also wants to give out of his account to the organization. And I was really blessed when he told me that today. So thank you so much for everything here. And as he would say, I hope you're doing great. And in spirit, Carl is here. And we appreciate you so much for all your support.
Can you say to us what Charles means to the world?
What? Charles Jr.? Carl's Jr.? Yeah. Oh.
Like, oh my gosh, who knows Carl Karcher?
Well, yes, my father, okay, it's kind of a funny story. He started a Carl's Jr., and then a lot of people think my husband is Carl's Jr., but down the street, the littler Carl's was really busier, so they named it Carl's Jr., and it's kind of funny because people will say to my husband, oh, are you Carl's Jr.? He'll say, well, it was actually the little store down the street that was busier. But my husband and I now, I have, 5 stepchildren, We don't say steps usually. And two children. I have a kind of just a quick thing I want to tell you, something special. And I asked Max if I could share this story. The year Carl died, I passed to heaven, we were signed up to adopt from Russia 2 children. And it was taking 2 years, 3 years, it was taking a really long time. And I was like, I want kids. And so right before he passed, 2 weeks before, he said, Paula, you're gonna have your children. You're gonna have 7 kids and your life will be great. He said that to me. He said, Merry Christmas. That's all he said. Well, about 8 months later, we got the referral that we were gonna go to Russia and see Max and Michael and meet them and verify that everything's great. We're taking them home. But something unique, on Max's Russian baptism, I was looking closely and I said, oh my gosh, that's Carl and Margaret's wedding anniversary. And I just kind of was saying, this is, there's not a lot of coincidences in life. They're there for us, and God is there for us. And I just really was touched by when I looked at that, it said 3011 because it was European. And I said, Carl, to my husband, I said, that's your parents' wedding anniversary. That's Max's Russian baptism. So it's kind of neat. And I really believe that there's angels working in heaven more than we know. So thank you, Joe Rosen, for this beautiful group of people. And I will ask you one question. How many people want to help and volunteer after tonight? I sure do. And Max does. And thank you so much. We are just really grateful for all of you, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Can I take a picture?
Two things I love. She said, angels working in heaven for us and following the Spirit. Amen to that. Amen. One more round of applause. That's why I said earlier tonight, when 2 or more are gathered, he's with us. Amen. All right. What an inspirational life. That was incredible. Now, we are now at our final level of giving this evening. Okay, so this is my favorite. I love this level because
it's our favorite.
It is my favorite because everyone can participate. It's a level that everyone in this room can participate at. Whether if you've already given tonight, or if you haven't come to a level of your comfort yet, this one can sometimes be the true star of the show. All right, so imagine the impact we can make if every single one of you in this room gave $100. Okay, just $100.
Amazing.
If every single one of you in this room can just give $100, can we come in agreement to that? $100. Okay.
All right, before we keep going, we already got hands.
Yeah, get the hands up. Okay, I see all of you over here. Thank you.
I want to see so many hands because $100 is where everyone gets to play.
Yeah, we're talking $100. $100.
Yep. I know you guys. Well, all right, we got some hands. We're going to start with the hands. Table number 3, thank you so much. Thank you so much for those donations. 8 or 9 hands back there, too. And we got more hands. I don't know what table that is. You guys took your thing down. Yeah. But we got some volunteers coming in. Thank you so much for your generosity. Can we recognize additional tables here? I see some hands.
Yeah, one hand.
Yeah, here we go. Thank you so much for your $100. Thank you so much. Oops.
Is that our first responders too, right?
Yeah. I see Michael. Michael, oh my goodness. We have an amazing surprise here for y'all. I want to introduce you to Mr. Michael Opel. Please take the stage.
All right.
Hello, everybody. I'm a pain in the neck.
Michael, you gotta come up. Come on.
Okay, I'll be fine. May fall down when I walk up the steps.
All right.
You know, I drove from Los Angeles to see you all. You saw me I have dyskinesia. You saw it when I started. But now I'm a pretty good guy. I can stand there and talk to you. So I want to talk to you about money. Well, this is a charity. It needs money. And you know what? I want to take Joe out. I want to take Joe out for a drink. I'm broke. I'm broke. Who wants to give me $25 so I can take Joe out for a drink?
I got you.
How many hands?
I got you.
One, two, come on, how many hands?
I got you.
Oh my gosh. Anybody, tell you what, you want to come with us? You have 50 bucks? Who has $50? Wow. Anybody online want to spend money? There we go.
I got you.
You know, there we go.
Look what you're doing, Michael.
No, you don't have to put it down in your pants.
Oh my goodness.
You know, was this 50 or 20?
Hey, that's good timing.
Excuse me, it's inflation. I'll take 100 now. You know, this is very serious, though, and I've had Parkinson's disease for it's a 20, dear. Anybody else had any more 20s? But, seriously, though, you know, they need as much as you can give, and this is a place to raise money. And I'm believe it or not, this is unusual for me. I used to be able to speak in front of people, but for years I have not because of emotion. But this needs help. And Joe bit off a big piece of change. And she's a good lady, and she's working hard. So let's help her. Somebody has to pay the bills. You just didn't come for dinner? Raise your hand. 100, 200, 300. She needs 100,000. Let's help her. And I think we have about 50. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
You can chime in at any time, so thank you. Thank you.
They cut me
Patrick will
off.
grab your mic here and some cash.
That's the power and magic when we all come together to support a cause that is meaningful to us. Yeah, there we go.
You hand that to the treasurer.
Yeah. Final call, $100. Anybody over here for $100?
Who else would like to give at the $100 level? Thank you so much.
Thank
at table
you.
7.
Anybody else at the $100 level? If you'd just like to make a
Table
$100
number 1.
donation,
Thank you.
right here. Thank you at
Thank
table
you.
1.
And we have Melody Bauer. Thank you at the $100
Thank you, Melody.
level. Thank you so much for that generous.
Round of applause. Thank you for all your donations. I need y'all over here to clap, okay? We just said round of applause. Come on, get the round. There you go. Okay.
Oh, so the right side does, left side doesn't?
Exactly. I
All
gotta
right.
keep them going. I keep them up.
Well, I just want to say thank you for all of your generosity tonight. Now, you know, if there's a level that we didn't mention tonight and you want to give something different, that's okay too. We encourage being different. Now, I'd like to share with you a little something about what makes a pearl such a special gem. It is the only gem created by a living creature. And that means that no pearls are ever the same. And each one carries a one-of-a-kind beauty, charm, shape, and size. Tonight, you are all pearls, no matter how you've been able to support Pro. And for that, we are so grateful to each and every single one of you for the precious gem that all of you are. Thank you so much for the generosity you've already shown tonight. And again, we just encourage you to give at whatever level is comfortable to you at any time.
That's right.
At any time. You can do that through the app, the chat, or by raising your hand. We see all of those different ways of giving. And every dollar makes a difference and an impact, and it helps Pro continue our mission to work so that no one is isolated because of Parkinson's disease. That's why we are here tonight.
Got another $500 in as well too.
Elaine.
A couple more as well too. Thank you.
Elaine
Girls,
Jackson,
keep
thank you.
Keep them coming in. I'm seeing them. I'm just. All right.
Thank you. It is time for our final award, Patrick.
It is, and our final award tonight is a very fitting end to a program that is all about giving. And this is the Community Spirit Award. And this award is given to an individual or an organization who tirelessly gives of their treasure in our community to a multitude of good causes. And I'd like to invite a very special guest to come up and talk a little bit more about community service and to help present this award. If you would, please welcome Steve Sanchez to the stage. Steve is no stranger to community. He sits on the board of several local nonprofits, He is a United States Marine. He's a La Quinta Mayor Pro Tem and is a California State Senate candidate. And we are honored to have him join us tonight, Mr. Steve Sanchez. Thank you.
Well, I was wondering how Patrick knew all of that. It's a monitor right here.
You're gonna know.
Now I see the secret.
Pay no attention to the monitors. There's no man behind the curtain.
What a beautiful event, and some great speakers and recipients. I am Steve Sanchez, La Quinta City Councilman, and you spoke about the gem. It's fitting because La Quinta is known as the gem of the desert. That is our slogan. And our next recipient is the real gem of the desert. Exactly. Always ready to give back to his community. He has a heart of gold. He's a man that truly doesn't need any introduction. His generosity, his giving, his friendship truly speaks for itself. You're not up here to hear me speak. What we really want to have is our friend, our recipient of the Spirit Award. Let's give a big round of applause to your friend, a community giver, a lover, and someone who just cherishes with compassion. Somebody has a heart of gold. Our friend, Raju Mehta. Where are you, Raju? Come up here, Raju. Big round of applause for Raju.
Wow, that takes my breath away, that introduction, oh my God. Thank you, Steve, and thanks for your service. Thank you, Parkinson's Resource Organization, for honoring me. It's a big honor for me, my family, in this valley. I love this valley. I don't know whether you guys know or don't know, I live in Walnut, California, but I drive every morning to come to work in Palm Desert. It's about 100 miles each way. And you have no idea how much I'm pumped up to come every morning to work here. And working here has given me a lot of friends who has become like family. Every morning, Patrick will look for me at that camera which is outside my store and put me on TV or send me a text message, got you.
True.
So this valley is my home away from home, and doing everything for this valley, I enjoy it. Coming to Parkinson's Resource Organization, some people can do with money, some people can help with emotionally or physically or giving their time. And Joe Rosen has done a great job about this by giving time, and the volunteers. Oh my God, I'm listening this and I'm going, oh my God, how much service people give for other people. Saying that, thank you for honoring me. Thank you for your service, Steve. And thank you very much. Thank you, Parkinson Organization, Resource Organization. And happy holidays. Thank you.
I'm gonna have you stay with me so we can talk about the bracelet. Is that okay? Mr. Sanchez, for all that you do for the community. Thank you. You know, Raju, since I have you on stage, what do you think about maybe helping us announce who the winner of that amazing bracelet is?
Okay, we can try that.
You want to try? Okay. Well, while we get everybody's names loaded into our randomizer, we're going to take a moment and thank our special guest, Patrick Evans.
Patrick,
Thank
one more
you
time.
so much for everything.
Now, before we announce the winner of the bracelet, we'd like to give a special thank you to Raju, the owner of El Paseo
Yes,
Jewelers,
thank
for this
you.
truly breathtaking donation. So thank you. Now, anything about this bracelet that you like about it, the specifics, details of it that makes it a special piece?
We'll take you to the mic.
Let's
I
take you to the
forgot about the mic. You need one of those.
So this bracelet is 5 carat total weight. It's a beautiful bracelet. It's in yellow gold.
Yes, we
She's
have.
the model.
Here is
we
the
have a
model. It's in yellow gold, but if anybody wants in white gold, please come back to store and you can exchange it for white gold or rose gold if you like.
Woo.
Yeah, if you win.
Sold. No.
I like to. So, you know, my best, you know, giving speeches is not my forte, and the best work I do behind the counter. So this is a beautiful bracelet. I hope more people have bought the tickets. And you know what? If you guys want to upgrade it, you'll get $10,000 worth of credit for upgrade. So if say somebody thinks, and the balance in between, I'll give 10% to Parkinson's Resource Organization, okay? So if you want to take from 5 to 10 carat or 15 carat or 20 carat, you can come in.
Well, should we find out who's the winner of this
We
bracelet?
should find out who is the winner of this bracelet.
All right, so we have the wheel loaded with everyone that has purchased a raffle ticket, and if you have purchased more than one ticket, then yes, that means your name is on the wheel multiple times, okay? So you have a greater chance. So, since Patrick is off stage, I will take over the Vanna White role.
I don't know how.
Let's give the wheel a spin. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Mark Espenson. And he's not here, so they're going to give the bracelet to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raju, so much for your generosity.
Do we need to spin it again if he's not here, or just?
No, I think.
No, okay.
Joe, you're going to get to Mark, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
This is a young man whose mother had Parkinson's.
Oh.
And she passed away not that terribly long ago. And when this came up, he was the first person to come in with a contribution.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Wow, amazing. That's amazing. Let's give Mark a nice big round of applause. He's been a huge supporter of Pro and an amazing person to win an amazing raffle item. Thank you, Raju. And congratulations. So thank you so much. I mean, what a beautiful gift.
Yes, I know.
What a beautiful gift.
Gorgeous, man.
And again, we have to just say thank you, Raju. I mean, we can't say thanks enough for your generosity this evening. And we also want to appreciate how much you do for our community. So thank you so much.
So, speaking of amazing gifts, we still got one more amazing grand prize raffle to give away.
Who's ready for this one?
Man, this is big. This is really, really big. This is huge. It's huge. I can assure you that it's huge.
I think you should do the rest in Trump voice.
Oh, no. Okay. Or Bill Clinton. Yeah, we'll see. If there's something strange. No. All right. This one is for the 7-night Tuscany culinary escape in Rome, okay, and Tuscany. This is big.
David, we've got the wheel loaded with everyone who purchased a ticket for this fabulous trip to Italy, so I think we should give it a spin and find out who win. What do you think?
Let me get that arm warmed up. All right, let's do it.
I know it's really heavy and all
Right.
to spin that wheel over there, Vanna.
Serene. Okay.
When we are ready, we'll know when our wheel pops up
So
here.
load up the wheel still.
But in the meantime, who wants to go to Italy? Yes.
Can anybody speak Italian in here?
Si.
Speak Italian?
Si.
Si. Okay.
Well, are we ready to find out who's going to win this trip?
We are ready.
And they're going to take us with them?
Yes. Price is right. Come on down and get. No. Here we go. Let's roll it.
Woo!
And the winner of this great trip goes
Who's going to Italy?
Karen Connor! Oh my God! We interviewed her! Come on! Woo!
You're going to Italy!
Oh my gosh!
That's amazing! Congratulations!
And we got to talk to her.
We met Karen on the red carpet.
We met her on the red carpet, and we had a great conversation. And she actually said on the red carpet, since you guys interviewed me, you can come to the trip with us. So,
did she say that?
Exactly, she did. In any event, if you haven't won a prize yet tonight, we are in the final minutes of our online auction, okay? Final minutes. So, let's take a last look and make sure you have not been outbid.
Yes, we want to make sure. We've got some trips to Mexico.
Yes.
You don't want to miss out on all these amazing auction items. So please check your app.
She's so excited.
She's ready to go to Italy tomorrow. Check your apps.
Yeah.
Make sure you get those final bids in. It's not going to last much longer, and we want to make sure that you get those trips you want, okay? Thank you again to all of tonight's oysters for making tonight's event possible. Thank you so much. And most importantly, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support of Parkinson's Resource Organization. Thank you. It's only with your support that we are allowed this organization to keep going for 30 years strong.
Yes.
Now, to close out the program, we would like to welcome back our entertainment this evening, Mr. Sergio Villegas.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, guys. And you know what? I want to do a little thing.
You want to do a little thing?